What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video here on the second channel, Solo 2.0. Now today I'm going to be predicting the rest of the NBA 2022-2023 season. There's about 3 weeks left of the basketball regular season, and as you guys can see, I went ahead and picked every single game. If I go previous, here's my picks. If you guys want to analyze them, I already know some people are going to pause the video and nitpick, like, how did you have this team beating that team on March 27th or whatever? That's not really the point. The point is the standings, they didn't really change much. So as you guys can see right here, out west, we got the Nuggets keeping the 1 seed. That's not really shocking. They're going to have the 1 seed in the west. Kings are the 2 seed. They're actually tied with the Grizzlies when we talk about record, 49 and 33. So the Grizzlies with the 3rd seed. At the 4 spot, I got the Suns, 46 and 36. They are going to be without Kevin Durant for about the next 2 weeks. So I don't know if that's going to be possible. They might fall to the 5th seed, maybe even the 6th seed, but they're going to be somewhere in this range. We got the Mavs at the 5 spot at 43 and 39. At 6, I got the Clippers, same record, but I guess the Mavs have the tiebreaker there. At the 7th spot, the best team in the play-in, according to records, the Golden State Warriors are going to be a play-in team here. Unfortunately, I am a Warriors fan, so don't really like to see that. Would have liked them to be a top 6 seed, but I got them at 7. At number 8, who do I have? I have the Timberwolves, 40 and 42. 9, Lakers, same record. And 10, Thunder with the same record. The Pelicans missed the playoff by 1 game, and I also have the Jazz barely missing the play-in. Out east, things are pretty interesting right now. The 76ers are the team that everyone's talking about. They're the hottest team in the league. I think they're on like an 8 or 9 game winning streak. I have the Bucks at the 1 seed with a record of 57 and 25. Then the Celtics are right behind them by 1 game, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but I got the Celtics with the 2 seed, Sixers with the 3 seed. Right now, the Sixers actually passed the Celtics. The Sixers have the 2 seed right now, so I don't know if that's going to hold true. I have the Sixers, calming down a little bit. The Celtics taking the 2 seed back. So Sixers at 3. Then I got the Cavs still with the 4 seed, Knicks at 5, Nets at 6, Heat 7, Hawks at 8, Raptors at 9, and I do have the Bulls making the play-in, so nothing really shocking. I think pretty much very comparable to the current NBA standings is what I have. Of course, sub if you guys are new, we're on the road to 15K, and drop a like if you guys want to see more videos like this. I think it's fair for me to put like expert in the title now because there was a viral TikTok at it. I'm not going to put it in the video, but if you guys saw it, you saw it. It's for March Madness. My March Madness picks, they weren't the best. A lot of people's picks weren't the best. There was a ton of upsets that no one really could predict. But I said that Fairleigh Dickinson is one of the worst teams in the country, and that got thrown into a TikTok edit with a bunch of other experts. Like, I'm talking CBS experts, Fox Sports, these March Madness analysts, and then I was in the video for some reason. So I guess, I'm kind of seen now as an expert. So I'm going to throw that in the title once again for this video. I'm kind of just, respected in the sports community now when it comes to like predictions and stuff. So I'll take it. And so starting off, we got the West. 7 seed Warriors versus the 8 seed Timberwolves. Winner is the 7 seed. Loser is going to be playing the winner of this 10-9 game. It's not really a tough one for me. I do think the Warriors are going to struggle without Wiggins. I don't think Wiggins is going to play this year. Iguodala also going to be out for the year, I do believe. And he didn't get much minutes, but just doesn't help when you have Wiggins out. Iguodala, that's a minor thing, but Wiggins is huge. I do think the Warriors get through this game. Curry, Clay, Poole, I think that'll be enough. Of course, Draymond too. Timberwolves a little bit banged up now as well, but I think they will be healthy for the playoffs. Actually, I'm not sure about Cat. Cat could be a difference. I still think the Warriors win this game though. Next up, Thunder, Lakers, elimination game. 1 game, like this is going to be a good game. 1 game, loser goes home, winner moves on, has a chance to make the playoffs. LeBron should be healthy by this point in time. They have LeBron, AD, D'Lo versus the Thunder with Shea. The Thunder with such a shocking, such a surprising year. Really, really insane that they're, having this good of a year in my opinion. But shit, I'm gonna have to go with the Lakers here, sending home the Thunder. As much as me and a lot of people want to see the Thunder in the playoffs, a lot of people love watching the Thunder with Shea just having a great year. I think LeBron does get it done, and he will go on to face the Timberwolves in the 2nd round of the play. And now out east, we have the Heat, Hawks. I'm gonna go with the Heat in this one. Hawks not eliminated though. They're gonna play the winner of Bulls, Raptors. But yeah, I do think the Heat are the better team there. Raptors, Bulls. Ooh, who do I want to go with here? Do I want to go with the upset and have the Bulls win this one? To be honest, I think either of these teams get first rounded if they do get into the playoffs. I'm gonna make it interesting, and I'm gonna give it to the Bulls. I'm gonna say, Levine, DeRozan, they have a great play-in, and they beat the Raptors here, which I think this is going to be a very close game if it does happen. Second round of the play-in, out west, winner gets the 8th seed. Lakers versus Timberwolves. Again, I think a big factor is going to be Karl Anthony Towns' health. Is he going to be healthy? Even Anthony Edwards is a little bit banged up. He's been banged up all year, but he's been playing through it. So hopefully he's good by this game, which to be honest, he probably won't be. He'll definitely be sore, definitely still a little bit banged up. I think he'll play unless he gets some crazy injury. But Cat's the main thing here. Obviously, LeBron, another big injury, thing we got to look at. I think LeBron will be able to, ramp up by this point in time. He'll be good, but will Cat be good? I'm not sure. I'm going to give it to the Lakers. I think LeBron will find a way to get his way back into the playoffs. Out east, though, Hawks, Bulls. This is interesting. Again, I think both of these teams gets first rounded, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to say Levine DeRozan. They go off in the play-in, and I'm going to put the Bulls into the playoffs here. As shocking as it might be, again, each team here, not the best, but, let's just say the Bulls go on a run here in the play-in. Okay, now the playoffs are set. Out west, we're going to start off with our first series here. The 1-seeded Denver Nuggets taking on the 8th-seeded Los Angeles Lakers. And as much as, I saw this on ESPN, a lot of people were saying if the Lakers get into the playoffs as the 8th seed and they play the Nuggets, who's going to win? And pretty much everybody had the Lakers. And I don't know if they're casuals or they're just believing in LeBron too much. I do think the Lakers could have a chance. Like, it's not a 0% chance, but let's be honest, the Lakers, not the best team. They do have LeBron, they do have AD. D'Lo's been playing great, but when you compare him to a team that is finally healthy with, who might be the three-peat with the MVP, Nikola Jokic, leading them in the prime of his career with Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, just a well-rounded, healthy team right now. I think the Nuggets are going to win the series. In how many games? I'm not sure. I do think the Lakers are going to win a few. We'll go with Denver. And, we'll give the Lakers this. Actually, nah. We'll go Denver. Then we'll go Lakers. We'll give them both, honestly. We'll give LeBron 2 games here. And then we'll go Nuggets. And we'll go Nuggets again winning in Los Angeles. Denver wins in 6. Again, something I do want to say, the Lakers definitely have a chance if this series does happen. When LeBron is in the playoffs, anything's possible. And they have AD. You never know, especially when injuries come into play. We're not really sure what's going to happen 3 weeks from now, but the Lakers definitely do have a chance. Moving on, Mavs versus Suns. 5-seed Mavs taking on the 4-seed Suns. We get a matchup that a lot of people want to see. Devin Booker versus Luka Doncic. They have a little bit of beef. For some reason, it's like some beef you would never really expect, but they have some beef now. Again, something with this series, which we're going to see with a lot of different series here. Injuries. Kevin Durant, he's not expected to be back for another, I think it is 2 weeks. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, they're both banged up right now. There's a lot of injuries going on in this series, but let's assume that everyone's going to be good by playoff time, because that's kind of what is expected right now. I do have the Suns winning this series, but this is a series that I think the Mavs could win this series. I think it goes 7. I'm gonna be honest. I think it goes 7. So honestly, I'm gonna say the Mavs come out, shock them, win game 1. Suns, respond, win that game. Mavs going up 3-1. Yeah, we'll go Mavs up 3-1. Suns bounce back or whatever. Force game 7. Suns win in 7. Yeah, I think the Suns are just the better team all around. You got the 2 stars on each team. But then the Suns also have Chris Paul, DeAndre, and they just have a better team around them. So, anything's possible when you got Luka on your team. You got Kyrie. I'm going to go with the Suns, though, in 7. Next up, out west, we got the 6-seeded Los Angeles Clippers taking on the 3-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. Now, this is a series where I'm a little upset that these teams are versing each other, because these are 2 teams that I think could go out in the first round, regardless of their seed. The Grizzlies are a 3 seed, so they're going to be most likely the favorite in their series, but I think they could lose. And the Clippers too, I just think they're missing a little something. Of course, they got Kawhi and PG, but I don't know. And to be honest, I am gonna have the Clippers winning the series. So spoiler alert, going Clippers in this one. Grizzlies without Steven Adams most likely for the playoffs. Brandon Clark's out for the season. They're just banged up. They got a weird vibe with them right now. I don't like Dylan Brooks. I don't like this team really in general. They are a solid team. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I don't personally like them. I'm not gonna be rooting for them. Maybe I'm being a little biased, but I really don't think they're built. We'll go Grizzlies here in game 1, and then we'll give them game 2 as well. They're going to go up 2-0, but I think the Clippers bounce back and win 2 at home once they get the series to go to LA. My computer's lagging a little bit, so you know it's not popping up right away. But yeah, we're gonna go, honestly, we're gonna go 7, and I'm gonna say that road games start to, you know, pop off here. Clippers win the last one, game 7 in Memphis. Kawhi gonna have a big series here. Oh my god, bro. Warriors Kings. Now this is tough, bro. 7 seed Warriors. Of course I'm a Warriors fan. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Warriors fan. The Kings, earlier in the year, I didn't believe in them. I thought, you know, everyone saw they got out to a very hot start to start the year, and same with the Jazz, which the Jazz fell off by now, but I thought both of them would fall off. The Kings, however, they proved me wrong. They are a good team. They are a very good team, a very strong offensive team. And to be honest, I have no clue who I want to have win the series, because although the Warriors are going to be a lower seed in this playoff, it depends on their matchup. Like, if they get a solid matchup, they can win. Like, the Kings and the Nuggets kind of worry me if they get that matchup, but I think if the Warriors draw the Grizzlies, they win that. Grizzlies are the team that I want the Warriors to play as a Warriors fan. I want them to play the Grizzlies. Kings, though, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a second to think about this. Okay, so I just looked up the Kings versus Warriors so far this year. They haven't really played since November. They had 3 games early in the year in October and 2 in November. And the Warriors are 2-1 in those games. So again, it was a while ago. Warriors are 2-1. And I evaluated this series in my head. We have to remember Andrew Wiggins probably not going to play. He has some personal reasons. If he does play, that's a plus. That's definitely huge for the Warriors. But after evaluating the series in my head, I will go ahead and, you know, I'm not going to spoil it. We'll go Kings in the first 2, then we're going to go Warriors in the next 2. Warriors are very bad on the road. They are 7-29 this year on the road. So they're going to absolutely struggle. But with their coaching, with their experience, I think the Warriors do steal one right here. If it lets me click it, I think the Warriors are going to figure it out. They're going to get hot, and they're going to win 3 in a row, including this one on the road. 3-2, Warriors lead. They're going to start off a little slow. Again, without Wiggins, they're going into Sacramento. Just not a good situation at all. If they come out of this 1-1, that is phenomenal. Don't see them coming out 2-0 first 2 games. But yeah, 3-2, and then I'm going to go with Warriors to win the series 4-2. Now, I know what you're thinking. Solo's being biased. He's a Warriors fan, but let's be honest. The Warriors, their experience, they've just proven themselves. And the Kings, it's like, are they ready? I don't know if they're ready to go on a deep playoff run. As much as they've had a great regular season, they really have. It's like, I just don't know. Like, are they going to be able to get it done in the playoffs, especially against the Warriors? Like, that's one of the worst matchups they could have drawn. That is literally one of the worst matchups they could have drawn as a 2 seed. And I think the Warriors, with, you know, the coaching that they have, with Draymond on the court, I just feel like the IQ of this team, they're going to be able to figure it out. And maybe they do start slow, which is what I have them doing, but I think they'll figure it out. And some of you guys may be thinking, why is it not going 7? You know, such a tough series to pick. Why is it not going 7? I don't like it going 7 because I think, you know, the Kings will be home in game 7. I think the Kings could win that. And I think the Warriors will get hot here and win this game 5 road game. And then they're going to win at home. If it goes 7, I think the Kings could win. But I think if it goes 6, Warriors win, if that makes sense. Out east, we have the Bucks taking on the Bulls. And let's be honest, the Bucks are going to win this series. There's no way the Bulls win. And if they do, then I'm going to look dumb. But so is everybody else. No one expects the Bulls to win this. If this was the Hawks, I think it would be a sweep. However, I will give the Bulls a game. I'm not sure which game it's going to be. We'll just give them game 3, and we'll say that it's going to be a 4-1 series win for the Bucks. Bucks are moving on. Oh, man. 5-seeded New York Knicks taking on the 4-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. And to be honest, I just had to sit back before I started talking here. You know, I cut it out of the video, but I was sitting back and just, this would be a great matchup. And I'm going to be honest, it's looking pretty likely. I think this matchup is the one we're going to get. And Knicks fans, they really don't want to see Donovan Mitchell after they didn't get him. They really wanted him on the Knicks, but they didn't get him. So this is going to be a weird one. I think it goes 7. Not really sure which games go to who. You know what? We'll say the Knicks win this one on the road to tie it up 1-1. Then we'll go Knicks. We'll go Cavs. We'll go Cavs again, Knicks, and then game 7. I think Jalen Brunson's really going to go off in this playoffs, but I think when we look at the teams, Cavs are the better team, man. And I want to see the Knicks go far. You know, they're just a fun team, but so are the Cavs. But the Knicks, man, like no one really expected them to be here. They got a bunch of players kind of overperforming or, you know, exceeding expectation this year with Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle. I even think Mitchell Robinson's playing good. They got some great role players, Grimes, quickly, but I just think, you know, D. Mitch, Garland, Mobley, Jared Allen, this Cavs team's going to be a little too much for them. I got Cavs in 7, but I do think the Knicks could win this, and it's going to be probably one of the best series of the first round. Moving on down here, we got the 6-seeded Brooklyn Nets without Kevin Durant, without Kyrie Irving, taking on the 3-seeded 76ers, and no shocker here, I am not going to have the Nets winning this. I will have Sixers going up 2-0. We will give the Nets a game. Do I want to give them 2 games? I will, but it's not going to be this one. I'm going to say the Sixers win on the road, but then the Nets also win on the road. Sixers, they're a streaky team. They're very hot right now, but I feel like they're streaky. We're going to go Sixers in game 6 here. We're going to go Sixers in game 6. Just got a feeling there. I think the Nets, I think they can win some games here, but Sixers, very good team. Now we have the 7-seeded Miami Heat taking on the 2-seeded Boston Celtics. And some of you guys may be thinking, oh, Celtics moving on, you know, got them in 4 or 5. I'm gonna disagree. I think that Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is crazy. I'm gonna say the Heat take game 1, just come out and shock them. Jimmy Butler goes crazy. Tyler Hero. I like this Heat team a lot. We will go Celtics in game 2. Then it is into Miami. We'll give the Heat this one. So the Heat are up 2-1 now. The Celtics getting a little worried. Celtics gonna bounce back, take a game there on the road. Celtics make it 3-2. Heat force game 7. Am I gonna have the Heat moving on? This would be our first upset in the East. Do I want to do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. Celtics are gonna win this, but I think the Heat are really gonna challenge them. Like, this would be a good series. Celtics not been playing too well recently. I'm not saying the Heat have been either, but Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, this team, Jimmy, Bam, Hero, it's not a bad team at all. Celtics been looking a little sketchy. I think this would go 7 if it did happen. So yeah, I will have the Celtics moving on now. Moving on, we got the conference semifinals out west. The 4 seed taking on the 1-seeded Denver Nuggets. This is kind of the normal game, kind of the game that we expected. We look down here, we got a 7 taking on a 6. 2 upsets in the first round, so that's going to be interesting. But we got the Suns taking on the Nuggets, and I think this is probably the hardest game, the hardest series, I mean, to predict out of all of them. Seriously, look around. I don't know. The Nuggets, they could win it all, but at the same time, they could lose right here to the Suns. So it's like, I'm not really sure what to do. Again, we got to see how healthy Kevin Durant is. If he is healthy, he's going to be playing great. He's going to be super efficient for this team. The Suns, very scary team. I'm going to go ahead and give the Nuggets game 1. Then we'll go Suns. Then we'll go Suns to go up 3-1. Nah. Hold on, we'll go 2-2. Then we will go and give the Suns another road win in Denver. Actually, nah, this is kind of crazy. Let me rethink this. Okay, so I'm gonna switch these 2 road wins to home wins. That just makes more sense, and it's still the same series. Like, back-to-back road wins is kind of crazy, although it could happen. We're gonna go ahead and go like this. So now it is 3-2 Suns, and I'm gonna say the Suns win at home in Phoenix in 6 to move on to the Western Conference Finals. Again, I do want to just put this in the video. That series is too tough to pick. Like, let me know what you guys would have happening. The 1-seeded Nuggets with Jokic, Jamal Murray, or do you go with the Suns? They're kind of the wild card team. They're not the highest of seeds, but they got Kevin Durant, D-Book, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, and just a solid supporting cast. So I'm not really sure what to do this series, but I'm gonna have the Suns moving on. Now we have the 7-seeded Golden State Warriors taking on the 6-seeded Los Angeles Clippers, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Warriors fan. I watch a lot of the games. I keep up with the team, you know, more than probably most. And it just doesn't really seem like it's going to be our year when you really factor in that Andrew Wiggins injury, just the problems that we've had at center, the problems that we've had on the road. It just doesn't seem like our year. So I think I might have the Clippers winning this series because I pictured it in my head and I can really see the Clippers winning this. Like, I could really see it. Again, I think if we get the Grizzlies round 1, I think we win that. There's a couple matchups I like, but Clippers, that might be where the run comes to an end. And I don't even love the Clippers. I don't love the Clippers. I do think they have some holes, but I don't know. I could just see Kawhi going off, Paul George having a 40-point game in there. Curry will probably have one too, but just a solid defensive team. And I don't know. This is not a great matchup here for the Warriors, in my opinion. I will say the Clippers take the first 2 games. Of course, they're at home. Warriors struggle badly on the road. And then we will go ahead and we'll give them, what do I want to do here? We'll go ahead and, do I want to make it a 5-game series? Yeah, no, what? I'm gonna do a 6-game series. Clippers win in 6. But something that I will say in this video, I'm a Warriors fan, which I've said many times. I will be rooting for them, and they definitely can win this series, but the vibe just isn't there this year. There's too many holes, too many problems as an honest Warriors fan. So I don't see it being the year. So I'm just going to say the run ends here. Although maybe they do, go to the conference finals. That's very possible. And maybe they do go to the finals, but it's too many series they got to win. And it's just, I don't know. They're going to need a miracle. They're going to have to go on a crazy run, which is not out of the, realm of possibilities for this team at all. Okay, so headed out east, we have the 4-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the 1-seeded Milwaukee Bucks, the odds-on favorite to win the NBA Finals at this current point in time when I'm recording this video. The Bucks have the best betting odds to win it. So the smart people, the people that have money on all of this, say the Bucks are going to win it all. And the more that I think about this matchup, I just took about 2-3 minutes to think about this matchup in depth. I looked at, the rosters, the depth charts, the matchups, all that. The Cavs are not a good matchup for the Bucks. Am I the only one that thinks that? Like the Cavs with Mobley and Jared Allen down low, taking on Giannis. I did see they split this year. They're 2-2 against each other. I think the Cavs are definitely going to make this an interesting series. It's definitely going to go, 6 or 7. Do I want to give the Cavs the upset here and really make things interesting? If I give the Cavs the upset and then I have Nuggets, Clippers, Cavs in the conference finals, my predictions are really going to be crazy. Like, they're not going to be just the favorites moving on. But it's possible the Cavs win this. I'm going to be honest. I think it is possible. And, we might have to make things interesting. So let's go ahead and say the Cavs start out with a stunner. Game 1, they win by like 10 or something. Donovan Mitchell goes off for like 50. He's crazy, by the way, in the playoffs. He always shows up. And I just like this Cavs team a decent amount. I love the Bucks team as well. This series is going to be good. This is going to be a good series. We'll see the Bucks bounce back. And then we're going to say the Cavs go up 3-1. Cavs go up 3-1. There we go. Cavs go up 3-1. Bucks fight back. Bucks force game 7. There we go. And then I'm going to say Donovan Mitchell just shows up. Mobley, Allen, they figure Giannis out. There's no really figuring Giannis out. But if you can hold him to like 30 points max, 30-ish points, because he's gonna try to go for 40. If you can hold Giannis a little bit to like 25, 30, I'm gonna get crazy here, and I'm gonna say the Cavs are gonna knock out the Bucks. Didn't think that was gonna happen coming into this video. Well, I'm just making things interesting. It could definitely happen. You guys probably think I'm crazy right now. I might be, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the Cavs knock out the Bucks. Moving on, we now have the 3-seed Philadelphia 76ers taking on the 2-seed Boston Celtics. Now, this is a series that is very interesting because the Sixers obviously run through Embiid. The Celtics, they kind of have problems at center. They don't really have a huge center. Robert Williams is basically that guy for them right now, and he's banged up a lot. He also gets into foul trouble a lot. So they are probably going to get destroyed by Embiid this series. He's going to have a 40-point game in there. He's probably going to average like 35 this series. But does that mean the Sixers are going to win? This is very tough for me because I like both teams a lot. I think both teams are very deep. I like both teams' benches a lot. The Sixers, they got Milton and Melton and a few other guys. Celtics, with Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. Both teams very strong. This series would be great. I think it probably is going to go 7. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just say, I don't really know how it's going to happen, but let's say it goes 7 for sure, which would be in Boston. I'm going to send the Celtics through. Celtics will be taking on the Cavs, but man, this series would be good. And by the way, I think the Celtics would just figure out a way to win this series. Like, I don't really know. Like, the Embiid thing is going to be a major problem, but Celtics beat them 3 times, all 3 games during the regular season. I know the Sixers are hot right now. The playoffs are in like 3 weeks. This series would be in like 4 or 5 weeks. Can they keep it up? They definitely can. The Sixers could win it all, but I'm going to say the Celtics win, and I could be completely wrong. It could be Bucks versus Sixers, and I just did the opposite, but I don't know. I'm going to go Cavs Celtics. Western Conference Finals. We got the Los Angeles Clippers, the 6 seed, taking on the Phoenix Suns, the 4 seed. So interesting. We don't have 2 top seeds here. We don't have a 1. We don't have a 2. We don't have a 3. We got a 4 versus a 6 in the Western Conference Finals, which, to be honest, the West is kind of up for grabs. We might see an 8 in the Western Conference Finals. We might see a 7. I'm expecting to see at least 1 lower type seed in the Western Conference Finals this year. And man, this would be a crazy series. 2 very strong teams. Russell Westbrook, after his struggles in the Western Conference Finals, just crazy. And something's telling me Kawhi is just going to have a great playoff run. Like, Paul George too, but Kawhi is going to be clutch this playoffs run. I just get a weird vibe. I will go ahead and say Suns win game 1, then the Clippers win game 2. We'll go ahead and say Suns bounce back, road win there in LA for game 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and say the Clippers win game 4 at home, and then we will have the Suns also winning at home. So Suns are up 3-2. Clippers win at home, force game 7. Kawhi, Paul George, Russell Westbrook taking on KD, D Book, CP3, Ayton. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is so tough for me. Like, I don't know about you guys. Thinking about this series is so tough. And like what I think it comes down to is just the efficiency. D Book, KD, like they just score at such an efficient level. When you got Chris Paul passing him the ball, I think I'm going to put the Suns into the finals, but man, the Clippers could really go on a run here. The Clippers could really go on a run. We're going to have the Suns going to the finals, beating the Clippers in 7. Out east in the Eastern Conference Finals, we get the 4-seed Cleveland Cavs versus the 2-seed Boston Celtics. Should the Cavs be here? Who knows, but I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to say they take out the Bucks. I like their matchup in that series, but man, is this a bad matchup for them? I think the Celtics are just all around a better team than the Cavs. Don't like this matchup for the Cavs at all. I think the Celtics are, I think they're just going to come out and, you know, they're going to like stun them. Like it's not going to be a great series. I think the Celtics win in 5. I don't know. I just have a feeling I don't love this matchup for the Cavs. Should they be here? Not sure. If the Bucks were here, I might have the Bucks going to the finals. Bucks, that's a good matchup. Bucks, you know, with the Celtics, Giannis going to feast, but I got the Cavs going here, and Cavs don't love that. Don't love it at all. And I will have the Celtics moving on to the finals. The NBA finals are set in my predictions. We have the 4-seed out west, the Phoenix Suns, taking on the 2-seed out east in the Boston Celtics. And this would be a great series. A bunch of superstars all over the board for this one. Don't got to talk about it too much. I've talked about both of these teams at length in this video all throughout it in all the rounds, you know, so let's just get into the prediction. Okay, so I'm gonna say the Suns come in and take game 1 in Boston. Game 2, Boston's gonna respond, make it a 1-1 series. By the way, my computer's kind of glitching, so it doesn't really click the team right away, even though I'm clicking it right now. Then I think the Celtics are gonna stay hot, win a game in Phoenix on the road, and take game 3 to go up 2-1 again. Computer kind of glitching. There we go. Then the Suns are gonna respond, 2-2 series. Celtics take game 5 to go up 3-2. Suns. Actually, do I have the Suns winning in game 6, or do I have the Celtics taking it in 6? Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and say the Celtics win the NBA Finals in Phoenix in 6. And I think what it comes down to is I just like this Celtics team a little bit too much. Here we go. We have our complete playoff bracket. As you guys can see my predictions, Celtics are just a very strong team, especially defensively. And then you have Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White off the bench. I like their depth. And there's just something about this team. I just feel like they find a way to win. I like their matchups throughout the playoffs. They start off with the Heat. That one's actually kind of a tough matchup, but I think, again, they're kind of the overall better team in that one, so they're going to find a way to win. I have them winning in 7. Then I have them beating the Sixers in 7, although Embiid's going to be hell. That's going to be very tough to stop for them, but I think they do find a way to win that series. Then they have the Cavs. That's like my favorite matchup out of all of them, probably. Maybe the Heat a little more, but I don't know. I got the Cavs going down in 5, and then Celtics beating the Suns in 6. I do want to say, if the Celtics run into the Bucks, I do think that they will have a problem, or they could have a problem. The Bucks could be a problem for the Celtics, but I think the Cavs are going to take them out before that even happens. I like the Cavs matching up well against the Bucks, although the Bucks probably favorites in that one, but I'm going to get crazy and say the Cavs win it. These are my NBA playoff predictions. Let me know in the comments, what is your finals matchup? If you're still watching, make sure to sub up, drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.